Okay, welcome to Is This a Punchline? We've got our first guest, a first time open
Yeah.
micer.
Woo.
Uh,
Angela.
yeah, Angela.
I
And I am your co-host, Josh.
I'm your other co-host, Lex. I
And
forgot my
this
name.
is This a Punchline, your favorite new podcast where aspiring comedians come to work out jokes and make friends.
Yeah,
So
make friends.
I like your background there, Angela.
I'm gonna keep this. I'm keeping this. This makes me so happy.
So it was your first time on stage last night doing stand-up comedy? How'd that go for you?
Yeah. I think it went really well. I had fun. It was a lot of fun. I mean, I definitely have to work on a couple of things, but
Yeah.
that's why I'm on this podcast.
I
Yes.
was there with you and I she did actually really good, especially for first time. I was impressed because the comedian that went on before her, um, he did a joke about like getting bullied in high school or something, or like there being a list that the girls made about each other in high school. And then
Yeah.
when Angela went up, she riffed on that. Tell
Well, he was talking about it was his little sister, and she was talking about how she was like he felt bad for her because his little sister was getting bullied, and someone made a school ranking or like a list ranking like the best and worst people in school, and she was like one of the worst ones. And
Oh
then I think
God.
she was like gonna make a list or something. And I was like, trust me, I've been there. I've been the list maker. I made a little crossword puzzle of people I hated, and it was only me to solve it. It was in my diary. But then I brought up how I used to play Sims too, and I'd make all the girls who were mean to me into really ugly Sims, and then I would drown them.
And
And that's called coping. This is how we cope. Nice. But yeah, I
um,
heard that one and I was like, oh, I can work with this.
yeah, I thought that was just really quick of you because I wanted to do the exact same thing, like riff on the one thing that a comedian right before me said. And I was so unprepared. I didn't remember any of my jokes and I was like sweating. I was like, oh, I don't remember anything. So I completely forgot to try and do the riff. Because the comedian before me had a joke about back pain, like for painkillers. And I was like, ooh, I have a joke about back pain. I can be like, ha ha, yeah, I'm the one that stole the painkillers. But no, I bombed and mucked everything up. So
I mean, it kind of helped. I had a couple drinky drinks in me, so I was just right before going up, I was just like, "Oh, I could totally make it to work with
a
this." Like,
little
and
social
I did it
lubricant.
right off the bat too, so it's
I
not
think
like
it was
I,
really smart because it made your whole set seem more confident.
yeah.
Just because you went up there and it killed. So yeah, in the crowd of three people.
Yeah, I was gonna say the crowd of comedians plus three.
Three's company.
Yeah, hey, I mean, at least three people laugh. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's a hundred
100%
percent.
laugh rate.
I currently
Yeah.
have 100% laugh rate.
Yeah, those are good odds.
So, are there any jokes from your set that you did that you want to workshop with us? Maybe we
There's
can put our third of a brains together.
Yeah.
there's definitely a couple. My first joke was kind of corny and kind of like I made a joke being like, this is my first time up here. I'm kind of nervous. It's like I'm going on a first date, like the same thoughts. It's like, does my hair look nice? Is my makeup okay? I hope they like me. I hope no one puts anything in my drink. If they don't find me funny, the rest of this is going to be really awkward. And that's how I
Oh.
started off. But I mean, thing about doing a joke about this being the first time I'm doing comedy is you can really only do it once.
Hmm.
Yeah, that, or you could just adapt it in the future and be like, "Hey
Yeah.
guys, this is
I'm a new
a nice
comedian.
fresh
Yeah.
crowd. never seen your faces before. It's kind of like a first date.
Yeah. No, that would
Mm-hmm.
be good.
Maybe.
I could go with
Um,
that.
and then I guess let's do a little round robin of workshopping jokes. Do you have any back or should I go?
You can go first. I'll just jump in.
Sorry, Lex. I'll cut that out.
That's fine.
Okay. I had one that I thought was decent, and I said it last night, and I completely screwed it up, and it wasn't funny at all. Like none of the comedians even laughed, so that sucked. So the joke is Gen Z as parents is scary because thinking back, because I'm Gen Z, so us as parents is scary to me because thinking back, my dad only had to tell me to study and clean my room. He'd say, "Son, bring your grades up," and I go, "Okay, Dad." And now when I have kids, I'm gonna have to figure out how to keep my kids off augmented reality. I'll go, "Kids, clean your room and don't you go into another dimension now." And they'll go, "Screw you, Dad, I'm going to the metaverse." So that's a joke. I do think the punchline's a little weak. I feel like I could make the metaverse sound a little more exciting. But do you guys have any?
I mean, I think it's pretty good. I like the whole premise and I like the punchline. I guess like even you could do it like a different tone or like
Yeah,
something
put a little
maybe.
more energy into it.
Yeah, I think the tone
Hmm.
or metaverse. I don't know. Because everybody, it's nice because AI or like whatever is kind of new. So, I mean, I guess the metaverse is the most well-known verse that somebody could go in.
Yeah.
But I feel like the metaverse on its own isn't really that funny because like a lizard
Yeah.
came up with it
Yeah. And people do kind of have like a negative connotation to
to the
metaverse.
metaverse. I think that's why because like you had me in the first half, but then when the punchline was the metaverse, then I was like, ah. You
Yeah.
know? So I
Yeah.
Hmm.
think if there was like a better
Screw you,
reality
Dad.
for
Like,
them to go,
what are kids in the future gonna be like? Screw, because we used to be like, oh, screw you. I'm gonna go for a cruise and go to Dairy Queen with my friends or something like
yeah,
that.
they don't do that anymore. They're
No.
like, I'm gonna talk to my virtual girlfriend.
Yeah, in the
Yeah.
metaverse. That would
Or
actually not be
yeah,
bad. Even add
I,
a little addition. I'm gonna
mm-hmm,
go
Yeah.
talk to my robot girlfriend in the metaverse.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's better.
I thought it was going to like that direction where it was gonna be like stop talking to like some like your I don't know, maybe not
Yeah,
girlfriend because that's too generic, but just like think of something funny that future kids are gonna
yeah,
do, which is hard because I don't even understand Gen Z and I'm like on the cusp and I don't know what the fuck's going on.
yeah.
That's actually a good segue into my joke because,
Yeah, let's hear.
well, okay. So the Super Bowl just happened and like we
Yeah,
wanted to pod after the Super Bowl. And I just kept waiting for like the moment where I was like, oh, watching this will be worth it. Cause like
yeah,
I don't even fucking care. But there wasn't that. I was waiting for like the slap,
yeah.
like the Oscars. I was like, I don't want to watch it, but I'll just watch it. Everyone else is watching it. And then the
Hmm.
slap. And I was like, ah, God, I saw Will Smith slap Chris Rock, like everything's okay. But
Yeah,
there was no slap. Lana Del Rey broke
yeah.
her arm. Did you guys hear about
What?
that? Yeah.
I saw
No.
her in
Okay.
Taylor Swift's box.
Yeah, she was in her box. And um yeah, yeah. But anyway, she broke her arm. So like when I think it was when the win happened and everybody was like cheering and
Jumping
shit.
around. Yeah,
Yeah, one guy like fell into her and she fell and she posted a picture on whatever, Instagram probably or I don't know, maybe X threads. No,
yeah,
not, the one.
yeah.
And then she had a broken arm. But anyway, this joke is about somebody else in Taylor Swift's box. Um, not Travis Kelce. It's about okay. So I was like, I'm a millennial, and actually, I figured out. You know how it ended the last episode saying "Why no why"? There
Yeah.
is a Generation Y. So I was
There is?
saying, yes, Gen
Yeah.
X, Gen Z, why no why? Millennials are Gen Y. We just have a
Oh,
cool
we just call
nickname.
them millennials.
Yeah, I think because we're born at the
Oh,
turn of the
who told you
millennia.
that?
My massage therapist, I was testing jokes on her. I was like, "Do you think this is funny?" She actually, shout out to her if she's listening. You know who you are. Anyway, my joke about Taylor Swift's box. No, it's not about Taylor Swift's box. Anyways, I'm done with that. That's the last one. Um, okay. So I felt really old trying to connect to a Gen Z the other day
Yeah.
because I was talking about Ice Spice and she was like, "Oh, what's really funny is when Ice Spice first became like famous, I thought that she was another Spice Girl trying to revamp her career.
Yeah.
So she didn't know that Ice Spice wasn't a Spice Girl. She thought
Yeah.
Ice Spice was like one of the Spice Girls.
Yeah.
I don't know what the punchline
Oh,
is.
that's the joke?
Yeah, that was. See, I
Uh,
don't tell jokes like they're jokes, but everything around
um,
it's funny.
Yeah.
Ice Spice, this new Spice Girl. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Maybe, Ice Spice. Maybe you could be like, she thought she was a Spice Girl that worked at the Hawaiian shaved stand.
Fuck. This
I'm
is why.
sorry, I got nothing.
This
I
is
don't know
why.
either. I'm trying to
Um,
think of something
all I can
too.
think of is this really bad joke that almost got Maddie Healy canceled about Ice Spice, and I don't think I should repeat it.
No, probably not. Let's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
keep. Let's just say my joke was about Taylor Swift's box
The Taylor
and how.
Swift's box
I
was
Yeah,
like
that's
funny.
a good one.
this.
Yeah, yeah. Because everyone was trying to get in her box.
Yeah.
I want to speak on
Oh,
the Super Bowl a little bit here, and then
okay,
Yeah.
we'll continue
perfect.
doing some jokes here. That was so disappointing. Actually, I had a
That
joke
was
last night.
disappointing.
I thought so. The Super Bowl's in Las Vegas, and I was simply just disappointed in the Super Bowl. And to be that disappointed in Las Vegas, you usually have to be at the casino.
That's a good one. I
But
like
yeah,
it.
I
no,
like it.
the most exciting part of the whole Super Bowl was when Travis Kelsey like almost tackled their head coach.
Oh
He
yeah,
like, was yelling at him to keep him in, and that was the most exciting part of it, and that fizzled out too.
yeah.
So I don't know. The halftime show was pretty mid. It was nice when Lil Jon and Ludacris showed up, but
Yeah.
Usher, no, a little 10 years too late, I'd say for
Yeah,
Usher.
I would say. I mean,
Oh, I
when
don't know. I was glad seeing him. I like
I
Usher.
didn't mind it. I mean, when he took his shirt off, I was like, that's
I
nice.
thought it was cringe because he's like 45 years old.
Mm,
Yeah, and he still looks
looks like
phenomenal.
that. Yeah,
All right, sure.
he's a
I'm not the
devil.
target market, I guess.
No, definitely not.
They're trying to, show the Taylor Swift fans, be like, hey
Yeah,
guys, we know you're here for a show, so
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of, do you guys now find, you know how Blake Lively used to be like the cool, like, I don't give a frig celebrity?
Hmm.
She was kind of like the edgy
The
2015.
anti-celebrity.
Yeah, she was the
Hmm.
anti-celebrity. Now, I saw her in Taylor Swift's box.
Everyone is in.
Everyone's been in Taylor Swift's box lately.
Hey,
Uh,
but she has so
Kanye
many
tried to tell
albums.
us.
but yeah, I saw her in the box and I was just like, oh, she just looks cringe now. I don't know.
Well, I
She's
think the
become the
reason she was
culture. She was
so,
anti-culture, now she's the culture.
yeah. Well, it
So,
helped too,
She's.
like the character she played on Gossip Girl, right? Like the
Mm,
entire thing was like her Gossip Girl character was supposed to be like the edgy one to like the Blair Waldorf like perfect one, you know?
yeah.
I don't know.
I
I
just
watched one
assumed
season.
I assumed that she was like that though, So I thought she was Serena. I didn't know
Yeah,
if she was acting or not. I think it enforced the anti-celebrity thing because she was
yeah,
like, I'm too cool to care about Gossip Girl.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I've never seen Gossip Girl, so.
Oh.
Um, oof. Kate, Angela, do you have any more jokes you want to workshop?
Well, since we were talking about Super Bowl jokes, I also had one. last night. I think it's a pretty good joke. It's kind of a Super Bowl joke. I talk about how it's like hard. So I'm 5'9", so it's pretty tough being a tall girl and everything. It really sucked because I grew all at once when I was a kid. So all of a sudden, 5'7", 150 pounds, 11 years old. And I grew up in a small town, and my dad's a farmer. We farm everything. So I wasn't just like, I was a big girl. I was a big, strong girl. It just sucks because no one maxed out my potential. Like I was being taken out to the wrong combines and out in the wrong fields. If someone maxed out my potential, I could have won the Super Bowl on Sunday and have Taylor Swift as my girlfriend.
You could have been in her box.
Yeah.
Last one. Last one.
Callback.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, no, that I thought that joke was hilarious.
That's
However,
good.
you had told
yeah.
me it twice before. Now, Lexi, do you know what the NFL Combine is?
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Okay.
just thought it
The
was a tractor.
Yeah, so she is, it's a double entendre
yeah, because
Oh.
yeah.
because there's the NFL Combine where they test all the athletes out to like see who they
Mm.
want to draft. And then you
Yeah.
got the tractor combine. So that's like what she's playing there. So then we're wondering, like, how does she make an NFL reference there without like making it super wordy? Because I don't think
Mm.
people at the open mic caught on to the whole combine thing.
Yeah, 'cause yeah, combine and then the field 'cause I was out in the wrong fields, farm
Yeah.
field, football
Yo.
field.
Do we know how we could like word ninja that to put in some pre-context that it's football and not just
Mm.
farm combine or farm field? Because we don't want to get too wordy. Otherwise, you
No.
got a bad joke. But then at the same time, not everyone knows what the NFL Combine is, or would pick up on that you're talking about a football field until you say Super Bowl.
Maybe you just have to get rid of the combine part. Or you could leave it in because some people will get it. Like I
I
think it's good as in because you said as is
Oh,
because you said field.
yeah. What if, what if you said, "Oh man, yeah, coming from a farm, my dad was taking me to the wrong field. Should have been the football field. He was taking me out to the Case IH combines when I should have been
I
Yeah.
trying
was
out for
just
the
about
NFL."
to ask you. I was like, yeah, what if I like the way Josh you said it 'cause yeah, I was like, what if I just like straight up like address saying it as like NFL Combine and then say something like John Deere Combine,
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
and do
Which would
that as
kill
a
here in
reference.
Saskatchewan.
That would work. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
John Deere's a pretty known name anyway, so.
Yeah, that's what
Hmm.
I was thinking John Deere. I was like one that like people like will like is pretty recognizable, I feel like.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. My grandpa worked for John Deere for years and he's like still obsessed. Like at the old folks home, his bedroom is John Deere themed. And I'm like, yeah, yeah, like literally, he just loved John Deere ever since he was a kid and never stopped loving it. Now that he's 80 years old, John Deere everywhere. Like, and he made that his life's passion. Like, we even brought him up tractor videos and stuff, and he didn't know any of our names, but he knew the model of every tractor.
Oh
He's
no.
like,
Oh,
that's
jeez.
blah 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 from this year. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Man, I
Very
feel like it's
sweet, your
crazy
granddaughter.
talking to old people
It
about like,
is.
it's like what sticks with you when everything like kind of goes like I remember like
Oh my
having like
God.
a patient who all she would talk about is how much she hated like French people, and it was because, she had this dance when she was 18 years old, and she was stood up by this French guy,
Oh
and
my God.
he had left her to go to like
Oh
the
God.
dance with her best friend, and then all of her brothers came out and beat him up, but like
Oh my God.
she couldn't remember anything else, but like she was fixated on it's like fixated on that moment of
Oh
her life. And I'm like,
man.
man, like, when the memory go, it was like, what's gonna stick with
Oh
us?
Yeah.
God.
That won't get you in trouble, right? Not as long as you don't say any names or anything, right?
Yeah, no, as long as I don't say any
Okay.
names or anything like that or any
Yeah,
Hmm.
we're
like
not trying to get canceled on this podcast. We've
No.
yeah.
decided that's the direction we're going in.
Yeah, we try
Yeah.
not to say shit. Or what did you say? We tr definitely try not to say stuff though. That was like
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're like, how was that? Oh my
We're
goodness.
gonna be clever
Yeah.
comedians. We're gonna be
Yeah.
what the Hudson's open mic wants us to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No chomos allowed. Josh made a
Uh,
chomo joke and we can't tell it here, but it
yeah.
wasn't.
Oh,
Actually,
Yeah.
I think I could tell that
I
one
think
here.
you
It's
could
pretty
tell it.
safe.
Like, it's pretty safe. I think, okay, go ahead.
So I had gone up and I made a gambling joke because I love gambling. And then I had said my grandma loves gambling. I think I got it from her. She loves gambling so much she gets obsessed over bingo. The problem is, I think people who are way too eager about bingo sound like pedophiles. Like they'll be sitting there going, "B11, please, B11." And and then I had went and talked to some of the comedians after, and they said I was like, oh, there's a clean comedy showcase in town. I would love to do that sometime. And then the one guy who knows more about it had said, yeah, you swear too much, and that pedophile stuff, it won't fly. And I was like, oh, dang, I didn't even think that was that harsh.
No, it wasn't.
But
I don't think so. I
No.
think you turn it, what's that comedian that you like, the one that kind of has like a monotone voice?
Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like you could turn that almost into like a Mitch Hedberg kind of joke where it's like,
Oh
I
yeah.
I like bingo, but it's like, people who play bingo have too much in common with pedophiles, they're always hoping that someone's gonna say B11, B11.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that. And that kind of shortens it up too.
Yeah.
It's a little less awkward because I was worried about. I don't like, actually, this is a problem that I've run into writing jokes. I don't know if you guys have as well, but I'll write jokes and it'll be like instances where someone's saying something and then I'll have a pause because you have to say, like, and then he said, the guy went to the bank. But then you have like a little tiny pause in there, which I find just brings the energy of the joke right down. So that's something I definitely have to be working at. I don't know. Do you guys?
Yeah, thinking about it, like I can definitely see, because it's like you don't want it to take too long, because otherwise you kind of like lose the audience and stuff. And it's like you want those pauses, but at the same time, if you lengthen things, because that's where I always have an issue, is like I don't want any stories or anything I'm saying to go on too long, because
Yeah.
otherwise people are just gonna be like, oh, what was like the premise? What was the beginning of this joke again?
Because
Like,
the attention
Yeah.
spans have shortened too
yeah,
much.
Oh
We're
yeah, for
literally
sure.
goldfish brains. Yeah, you gotta, it's constant. We want the dopamine.
Yeah, the
The
piggies to the
little
trough.
piggies.
Yeah.
Yep,
yeah.
yep,
That's gonna be an ongoing theme with this pod
yep,
for sure.
yep.
Do you have another joke there, Lex?
Let's see, I wrote something down. You know what? I don't think my jokes have punchlines. I think I just
Well, that's
say
why we're
stuff
here.
and then I'm
Yeah.
accidentally funny. Oh
Well,
my God. It's so
once we
hard to be
take,
funny on purpose.
yeah, yeah, that's why
Yeah.
we're here. We grab
Yeah.
the premises and then we try to work it a little and get a punchline going.
Yeah. Also, I do
Yeah.
have stage fright. I kind of forgot about my stage fright. And I didn't have, you know what's funny is I was such a good person until, or such a good performer until my teacher told me I wasn't. And then I just got scared and didn't go on stage.
The one good
Okay.
thing though about being a female and trying out comedy is I don't know if it's the same in Vancouver, but it's a pretty male dominated industry.
Yeah.
So the people who run shows love having girls out to do comedy because then you want a more balanced lineup, right? Just
Mm-hmm.
having all dudes, especially all white dudes, they don't like it. So
Yeah.
throwing a girl in there, sometimes they'll give you a chance,
That's true.
and then they'll like try to praise you more too, which boosts your confidence and ultimately makes you a better comedian, I think. But
Yeah. No,
I
I mean,
wrote
even yesterday, I was happy that there was like some positive feedback and stuff for me. I felt pretty decent about it. I mean, definitely like Lex, if you're gonna go on, make sure if you're looking at your phone, the auto lock is not on
Yeah.
because that sucked. Because I wasn't even used to having Face ID. I just got a new phone too, so I'm sitting there like at everything on
And the
my
phone's
phone, and
not
all of a
opening.
sudden, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, definitely turn off your auto lock.
Yeah,
yeah.
that makes sense. Okay, I'm good. I wrote the joke on my iPad, not on my phone. So BRB.
Sure, yeah.
Or I could just save it for later if we have if someone else
You
has
could
a
save it
joke.
to the end. I got
Okay.
something here for sure.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
better.
Oh, this one. This is one that I think would be cool, but do you guys ever go to take like medications and you drop one on the floor?
Yeah, I do that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do that all the time. So I rely heavily on the 5 second rule. Hopefully it doesn't just apply to like food items or else my firstborn child's gonna need an effing helmet. I drop things all the time because I try to carry too much stuff at once. One day I'll have a baby in one arm and I'll be like, oh, time to take my vitamin D pill. And I'll be juggling the child and the pills, and then whoops, baby isn't going to graduate preschool. What do you think? How do we spice that one up, guys?
It needs some spice.
This is the think tank.
See, I like it like with more energy because yeah, I like the punchline. I like well like even
I
just like
like
with
it.
the
I
Because
like
I
the
did that one
punchline,
last
yeah.
night and it went a little better, I think, because when I'm on the microphone, I'll give my voice a little raspiness, which I think
yeah.
makes some of my jokes funnier. So I'll be like, and my baby, I think we're past 20 minutes, so I can say the F word, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
We're
And I'll be
well, we
like,
have 3 minutes left.
yeah, which is perfect timing because then we can move into a couple topics and then do
Hmm.
some of the stinky jokes.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, I'll be up on stage and I'll go like, and then and yeah, I need the 5 second rule, or my baby's gonna need a fucking helmet.
Yeah. Yeah,
So I'll try to
that's
do like
good.
I'll kind of close my throat a little to try and make it sound like I'm pushing the words out, which I think is a little funny, but I don't know.
Yeah. I like it. I also just I like that joke and I think it was received pretty well when you're up there too.
That's the most difficult thing about going to an open mic with 3 people in the audience,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because you don't know if your jokes are actually good.
Yeah.
Not the best poll. Best sample of the population right there.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Okay, do you
but
guys want to take not a break and just move into a new one? We'll put a little the elevator music and then go into topics.
sure, I'll find the light.
Yeah.
The light.
We're getting the
You got
light.
the light.
All right,
You gotta
guys.
go.
Give your hands up for your next comedians.
As
Okay,
Okay.
we'll be right back.
And
Oh, you're still silly as goose. I'm jealous.
Yeah. I have like a dirty mind, and it's really hard because I'm a dental assistant, and a lot of my job is about filling holes.
There she
I like
is.
That was a good
There
one.
she is.
Redemption.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like
yeah,
that
I had to do the
one.
first half. Yeah.
So the topic that I had thought of for, are we ready to move on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the
Go
topic
for it.
I thought of was do you guys see Michael Bublé had a mushy attack at the NHL All-Star game?
Yeah.
So he was doing a press conference with Will Arnett, who voices BoJack Horseman. You guys know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Love
So
BoJack.
they're
I
side
love
by
that.
side. Yeah, he's great for our mental health. Um, they're side by side, and Michael Bublé, he's going on kind of an incoherent rant about the like because they were just doing the draft practice, and he's like, and I'm and there's like energies that are moving around, and like he's talking like how someone does on mushrooms, like
Yeah.
even his cadence, the way the words are coming out, he sounds like afraid almost to have all these cameras pointed at him. And then he goes, and then all of a sudden he like stops his exact thought, and he goes, and my buddy told me that was a microdose of mushrooms, and he was lying. I thought I was out there in the Blades of Glory movie because Will Arnett was in Blades of
Oh.
Glory.
Yeah.
And he's like, and then I realized I was in the freaking NHL All-Star game. And he's doing a press conference.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, and then Will Arnett tried to like cover for him. He's like, yeah, you know, like there's a lot of emotions going on, and
Oh,
It's hilarious.
God.
You know what's bad when literally BoJack Horseman has to try cover for you on TV.
Oh my God. I can't imagine. I mean, I bet he was like, were those mushrooms or ketamine? Why am I talking to a horse? God. I love that Animorph meme where like it's like the kid
Oh,
and then he's
yeah.
like slowly transforming into a horse.
That's exactly what Michael Bublé's perspective was.
It's funny because Michael Bublé is like the last person I would ever think would do mushrooms.
Yeah.
Like my mom has his CD, puts them on every Christmas. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
he in a couple interviews recently, like after that, he denies it, and he's like, guys, after 20 years, you guys know me for my comedy, right? Like that's my style of joking around. And I'm like, dude, no
not-
one's buying that.
Yeah.
Oh
Like
God.
his pupils were like the size of like the pucks on the ice. Like there was no hiding it. Like
Oh God.
And then that got me thinking of like just celebrities being on psychedelics in public. And do you guys remember the creators of South Park going to the Oscars in like I think it was
Yeah.
2003?
I don't remember that.
Okay, so let me explain for you, Lex.
Okay, I'm ready.
Matt and Trey, I can't remember whose last name is which. Trey Parker, Matt Stone. They got invited to the Oscars for their song "Blame Canada" in the South Park movie, in
Yeah.
I think like 2001, 2002, something like that.
yeah.
And they got invited to the Oscars for best original song in a movie or something like that. And they were like, "Holy shit, we're getting invited to the Oscars!" They're like, "Well, what do we do?" And then they decided they were going to take acid and they were like, "Okay, we're gonna wear chicken costumes." But then we didn't want to give them a reason to kick us out. So they're like, why don't we look at what the females have worn in the past and wear dresses on acid to the Oscars?
Oh.
You have seen this?
I've seen
Yeah.
this. I've seen this. Yeah.
So then they're there and they were like, okay, our one rule. So they wore, I think, Matt wore Britney Spears dress and Trey wore Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I think that was, didn't they recreate the Jessica Simpson, like the iconic jean? Maybe, I don't know. I don't remember.
No,
It
they were doing
wasn't?
full dresses for sure.
Oh no, I
Yeah.
remember. Okay, yeah.
Matt was pink and Trey was green, I think.
Yeah.
And they look so pretty. And they were like, "Okay, one rule: we don't address the dresses." So they're on the
Yeah.
red carpet and they're getting interviewed, and they're like, "Okay, guys, we have to ask, what about the dresses?" And they're like, "It's just such a magical night. This night's full of magic." And then you can tell they're tripping hard because they're just like
Yeah, like they're like
just looking left and right, and yeah. And then they said also there was actors that would come up and be like, "Hey, fuck you, man. This is my big night. Like I'm winning an award tonight. Fuck you. You're making fun of it." Which is funny because if a guy or Lil Nas X wears dresses to the award shows now, and it's all kosher.
We try not to say shit.
What? No, I'm just saying that's what the culture has shifted.
Oh yeah.
Like if
Yeah,
they were
no.
to do it today, wouldn't it kind of? No, they would probably still see it as being little shitheads.
I don't think they
Yeah.
would. I don't know. Everything's changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, award shows don't have the je ne sais quoi that they used to have.
No, they
Yeah.
don't.
No
That's
one
what I'm
really cares
saying.
that much about them anymore.
No, that's why I don't know, was the slap planned?
Yeah,
Like,
to try and drum up.
also, I don't know if Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's relationship is real.
Yeah, I
It
agree
just,
with that.
I don't know. It was very like the Super Bowl was very America coded, and I
Yeah,
feel
Yeah.
like
yeah.
it's just too perfect. Like no one's life is
Mm-hmm.
that good.
Well, and the fact that Christian McCaffrey had a stellar game, he was the running back for the other team, for the
hmm
49ers. The
hmm
fact that he had an amazing game and then all of a sudden players are getting injured and Patrick Mahomes decides
Yeah.
to randomly start playing good in the last part of the overtime when they need to win.
Yeah. And then the fact that it went in, was it double overtime or?
No, it
Oh,
was like the buzzer beater at
yeah.
the end of the overtime.
I think they oversold the commercials this year and they just needed it.
Yeah. I
Maybe.
didn't see the American commercials, but did you see Kanye film the commercial on his iPhone? And he was like,
No.
yeah, he was like, hey guys, we spent $7 million on this commercial spot, so we didn't spend any money on the actual commercial. So I want you guys to go to Yeezy.com. We have some new clothes and merch. Yeah, that's it. Bye. And then everybody's like, yeah, that just cost him $233,000.
Yeah.
Uh, I saw today on TikTok for one of the Super Bowl commercials. Apparently, like because it's so expensive to hire celebrities for like the full commercial, they'll get like look-alike doubles to do like half of the commercial. Because
Yeah,
they're
have their back
apparently,
turned or something.
yeah, apparently the one where Ice Spice was in wasn't when it's facing, that's Ice Spice. When it's not
Yeah.
Oh,
facing, it's someone else in a wig.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
But I was just
her
like,
hair's
man,
her hair's very noticeable. It's like bright orange.
yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah. Okay, whose topic's next?
Um, I want to know why does no one armpit fart anymore? What happened to armpit farts?
that tradition did not, I don't think it got passed on.
They
I
used to
haven't
be
heard an
so
armpit
funny.
fart. Can you still
Yeah,
do it?
I can still do it for sure.
Oh
I
yeah.
think I still could, but I'm wearing a,
That was peak comedy. I never was able
I
to do
can't,
it.
I don't think my mic can pick up anything.
Is that picking up on the mic? Oh no. There's a
Yeah,
couple farts there.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Mine are
guys,
just little ones.
what's happening to comedy?
I don't
Where
know.
are the fart
Is this
jokes
the fall of
now?
the
Oh
Roman
my
Empire?
God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, it's just like it's that whole joke too with like, it's like as a kid I thought the Bermuda Triangle would be way more
Oh
important in
my
my life and
God.
stuff. And now just thinking about some of the stuff, it's like, where did armpit farts go? What about the Bermuda Triangle? Where's all the quicksand? Like,
Yeah. We need to preserve our culture. That's why me and
Yeah.
Ben want to get the Super S tattooed on us somewhere.
yeah.
Yeah.
We were talking about that the other day. Actually, we were babysitting these kids and we taught them how the oldest one, she's 5, we taught her how to draw it. So
It's so
yeah,
cool once
I
you get
won't let
it.
it be lost. It
Yeah.
is so cool once
Yeah.
you get it. She didn't get it, but
Oh no.
she will. Maybe
There's a
when
lot of
she's older.
geometry going on,
There
know,
is. You
for a
gotta
Yeah.
make the
5-year-old's
lines.
brain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Not there
I
yet,
actually
but
drew
she
one of
will.
those just the other day. I think I had to put a signature down for something, but it wasn't that
Mm.
important, so I put one of those beside it.
Oh, I thought you put the S in
For
your
my Josh.
last name. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like
I should start doing that.
you
Yeah.
should. That should be your
It's a missed
signature.
opportunity if I
Yeah,
don't,
like
really.
you have an S in your name, bro. Like you should put it. Well, don't make it a dollar sign. Just yeah,
Start signing it with a dollar sign. That would actually be kind of cool.
that would be
That'd be too
made
Like a
epic.
money.
That'd be
rapper.
too epic swag.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
true. I
God.
could do it with epic swag.
Oh, swag.
Epic
That's
swag.
another dead word, I
That's
think.
Oh, I'm
that's
glad that
another.
one died.
Me too.
Why? Come on.
No,
Swag.
no, it's just
Swag.
yucky.
You're gonna have to make Sims of us and drown us if you want us
Yeah.
to change our opinion
We're
on
about
this.
to bully you. We're about to bully you.
Guys,
Oh.
I'm gonna go play Sims now.
Also, what crosses my mind is, do you guys ever do Chinese finger traps and genuinely start having a panic attack because you think your fingers are in there forever?
Yeah.
I haven't for a long time, but I remember that I broke one in half one time.
I thought that
gotta
my
get me
fingers
out.
were gonna
You
slide
gotta
out of
get
the
me out.
sockets.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. There's those things are scary.
Yeah.
Also, no one flips their eyelids inside out anymore.
Yeah, I
I-
think we could leave that one alone too.
I was
Jeepers.
gonna
Do
do
it.
it. I
You
can
can do it. Let's see,
I
let's
don't
see.
know, it's really gross. Yeah,
Let's see.
I can
I
do
wanna
it.
see.
Do it.
I can't do it.
Right now.
Right now? Okay, what if I can't do it right now?
I do this one where you like clear your teeth like this. And for the listeners only, I put my top lip in a fashion where my teeth show like I'm a little silly guy.
I wonder if I can still do it. Do you guys ever see the thing on like how to like um either like cry or squirt milk out of your eyes? Do you
Oh,
guys ever
yeah.
do that?
No,
No.
but one time I accidentally made a noodle come out of my nose when I was eating spaghetti.
Dude, Kate, is it just me or does that food coming out of your nose when you sneeze, does that happen way worse with carrots? When you're
What the
chewing carrots,
fuck?
if I sneeze when I'm eating carrots, which for some reason happens a lot, I'll have a piece of carrot in my sinus for like a week, and
Oh
I
my
can
God.
feel it there. And then when it finally comes out, I feel like I'm having an orgasm.
I don't think I've ever got food like come out my nose or
Really?
anything. Never.
Oh
No.
my God, maybe I just have
Never a
messed up
carrot.
sinuses.
Yeah, you should
Well,
get
what
it.
have you had in your nose then when you sneeze? Not a carrot? Because you chew it up into little pieces, and then I find some of the pieces like will sit in your tract, and then you sneeze, and then bam, carrot in nose. No?
I've never had any food come out my nose
Damn.
What? What a
ever.
blessed life. You must not have any like deviated septum.
I don't think I have deviated septum, but then again, I
what
wouldn't
the
know.
fuck, but like I feel like my nose and throat are connected. Like I don't know.
Well,
Almost
everyone's
every-
is.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess so. We're all
I just-
connected everywhere you go.
We are the universe's nose experiencing its throat.
Oh. I guess I better talk about this now because if I wait too long, it's gonna be too late. And I did like start working on something. So remember I was telling you about the beef between Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee
Yeah.
Stallion.
I
So how
don't
much?
know about this
Oh,
at all.
okay. Okay. That's good. Okay, and do you know a little bit?
I know a little bit. I know a little bit of what's going on and stuff, and it's crazy. Like
It's
I haven't deep
crazy.
dived, but
Yeah, I did a little mini deep dive, but yeah, it's kind of wild. So Megan Thee Stallion came out with a really good song. Well, actually, okay, so Nicki Minaj, I think, threw the first shot. So
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj said that, or in her song FTC, Fuck the Club Up, she was like, stay in your Tory Lane, bitch.
Oh,
And
didn't Tory Lane shoot Megan Thee
Yes,
Stallion in the
yes,
leg and they had to
yeah.
put her down?
What? Put her down?
Because she's a horse? He shot her. He
Oh.
shot her in the leg.
Yeah, I had to put her.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I
Oh,
had to.
you had
Okay,
to.
so so it's a diss track or just
Yes.
a diss verse on.
Okay, so I think that
Yeah.
FCCU was like a diss verse for
Okay.
sure. And then Megan Thee Stallion came out with this with Hiss, which is actually like freaking amazing. Like it's really good. It's good. Like she's a
Yeah,
good
she
rapper
gets
in
a
my
good flow going for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
she's
like she's one of the only female rappers that I would say is kind of hardcore. Like,
Yeah.
or one of the most, not only because there's a lot out there, but she's one of the best at being hardcore in the mainstream, I would say.
Would you say like
Um,
best since Lauryn Hill or
oh yeah, she kind of has like um the energy of Missy Elliott to me.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
who I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
yeah,
Hammer
yeah,
thinking.
on the nail
That's
right
who.
there. Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
yep. That's what I
Yeah.
would say, hammer on the nail. But yeah, Hiss, so she claps back at Nicki Minaj with the verse. What does she say? Oh, she says, these hoes don't be mad at Megan, these hoes be mad at Megan's Law. And Megan's
Yeah.
Law is the law saying like you have to
Oh,
register as a SO. Um, yeah, and if you're gonna live
that's
by children,
crazy.
yeah, and Nicki Minaj's husband is like a convicted R word
Yeah, I
rapist.
heard that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that was Nicki or
That's
Megan's clapback at
insane.
Nicki. But then Nicki came out with Bigfoot, which is
Is that
like
on her new
her
album?
I think she might have released it as a single.
Okay.
So she, before releasing it, she went on TikTok where she was like going off. She was like switching between like her alter egos. So you know how she
Roman.
has
Oh,
like
yeah.
yeah, which is my Roman Empire is this thinking about yeah. So anyway, she and even her track Bigfoot, it's her switching between being Nicki Minaj to being Roman. So she like raps some verses like Roman, some verses like Nicki.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, anyway, so her like line back at Megan is um bitch, you're like 6 foot. Get up on your good foot. You're big you're Bigfoot or something like that.
Yeah.
So Megan comes up with this fire verse and then Nicki rhymes foot with foot. So I don't
Yeah.
Yeah.
know. Which
Do you
is
think Nicki Minaj is kind of washed up now? I mean, she's
no,
getting older.
I mean it's definitely like she forgot that she was Nicki Minaj because she was on TikTok replying to like everybody to just trolls in the comments. Like she was just
Oh,
she didn't have to do that. She's Nicki
yeah.
Minaj.
She could have just been like, "I'm the queen. Get out of here."
Yeah, she could have
Yeah.
just done that, but I don't
Yeah.
know. She also could have not married that guy, which would have
Yeah.
been
So
really good.
do you
Yeah.
think Megan Thee Stallion won this then?
I think so. And the
Yeah.
best part about it too was that all Megan did to respond to like Nicki Minaj was just like she posted a picture with her hand over her mouth where she was like covering her laugh and just like a no makeup story on Instagram
Mm-hmm.
and that was it. And I just think like at this
Wow.
point she doesn't have to say anything. Like that
Mm-hmm.
it
Yeah.
would be better if she doesn't respond in my opinion because like his is just it's so good. And Nicki
Yeah.
Minaj's like thing, her response was just like weak in my opinion. It was
Yeah,
weak.
yeah. And I've never
Yes.
been like a horse girl, but I'll have to listen to it.
Yeah. Oh, you like BoJack though.
I do like
Yeah,
BoJack.
yeah. Who
Okay,
doesn't?
yeah, well maybe
Yeah.
I am a horse guy.
Yeah. Or maybe
Um
you just like Animorphs. They
um
set us up to like Animorphs. Like, no wonder some of us turned into furries. Like, they're showing that in
Yeah.
textbooks. Like, what was that? What was
um
that?
no, exactly. So
Yeah.
I feel like okay, so Nicki Minaj's last album that she came out with kind of mid.
Oh, very
I
mid.
didn't actually listen to it all just because I kind of heard all I needed to. I just listened to the most popular tracks and like the first 30 seconds of all the other ones. And I ended
Mm,
up adding one of the songs that has J. Cole in it to my like chill R&B playlist. And that's
that's
about
fair.
all I got out of that, which is kind of crazy because Nicki Minaj used to kill it.
Oh, she used to
Yeah.
kill it like Anaconda, like Super
Yeah, even
Bass.
dude, her verses on Monster with
Oh
Kanye?
yeah.
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 Jeez. Get out of
No, she
here.
was she did not used to miss. Like I don't know what's going on,
So
but she's
Yeah.
is
been
her time
missing a lot.
over?
We'll see. I think she might have a comeback, but I don't know. I just
Yeah.
thought it was like it was disappointing. I
Well,
hope the
it's
story's not over here.
yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
keep us updated.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
see.
It's disappointing seeing like I would I guess it's a little too late if she is fizzling out, but it's so sad when artists do fizzle out and they try to stay relevant poorly. Like
Mm-hmm.
Madonna.
Oh
Madonna is
my
the
gosh.
poster child for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I
So
hope she
sad.
doesn't turn to Madonna.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not
Um, not
nothing's
that like
original on her
yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
Except kissing Drake.
Oh, that was weird.
Dude.
Oh, and I forgot. My favorite part of the entire beef was a rumor that came out of it because in Megan's song Hiss, she talks about how they're mad at girls for having BBLs, but they have the same scars, and that was a verse about Drake.
Yeah.
So now there's a rumor going around that Drake has a BBL, and that's like literally
Drake
peak.
has a
Wait,
BBL.
Drake.
Yeah, that's
Like
what.
he got a Brazilian butt lift implant.
Well, okay. So they were like speculating that he has BBL because she said that, but there I think the real story is he had lipo. So
Oh.
that I think
Mm.
is the truth behind the lie. But I personally, for my
Wouldn't it
own
just be the
reasons.
scar from getting shot in Degrassi? Sorry,
Oh,
I
Yeah.
hate myself.
oh,
Did you
it's
see
okay.
Drake's dick this week?
Oh yeah, I heard his dick pics got leaked.
Yeah, I almost
Yeah.
went and Googled Drake's dick, like
Mm.
Drake's dick pics, and then I realized that would be really gay of me.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, but it's like curiosity, right? You
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
what it
wanna.
was, but I was just
Yeah.
okay, not gay.
I haven't
I
seen
was
it,
just
but
worried about someone going to like Google something on my phone that starts with a D, and all of a sudden it shows Drake's dick pics, like
I
seven
mean,
times. It'll be like Drake's dick pics, Drake's dick pics leaked, Drake's dick pics X videos, Drake's pics. Be like this guy really wanted to see Drake's dick.
no, honestly, the only dick I've ever cared about getting leaked was Carrot Top. Did you see that? I fucking did you see
There's
it?
an actually leak.
Dude, he has a huge penis.
What?
Yeah, so
Did
he
the
made a
carpet match the
TikTok.
drapes?
Um, it was like kind of just like this, but anyway,
Ah.
he like was wearing this he didn't even know. So he made a TikTok just coming from a marathon and he was talking about the marathon and he was wearing these like short shorts and he was just like running with his legs up and down and then his wiener's like flip-flopping around like that.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
was more of a garden carrot, not a baby carrot.
Oh yeah, it was a garden carrot for sure. For sure. There's some sexy carrots out there on the internet if you look it up, like, you know.
Well, even
But
like a long time ago, not a long time ago, there was that whole big thing where it was like Chris Evans, like phone, like his photo library was like leaked or something,
Wasn't
like
that
during like
Fatgate or something?
I forget
Or
what
oh
exactly
no
it
no no
was, but
that no the
Jennifer Lawrence and
fappening
stuff? The
that was the
fappening, yeah.
fappening. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm getting
Oh,
my nudes
actually,
mixed up.
okay, I have to ask. This reminds me of something that I wanted to say on the ask on the podcast. So I had a visitor recently, and I'm not gonna
Okay.
say like who's who because it's just so easy to figure it out, I think. But
Yeah.
anyway, the visitor, she likes to emphasize on the fact that like she grew up differently and like she used the internet only to like research and read, and she did not know Two Girls, One Cup. And I was like,
What?
you're
what?
lying. You're literally lying. And
That's insane.
she doesn't know Two Girls, One Cup. And then her fiance wouldn't let me show her the video. And I was,
What?
yeah, I know. So
Everyone
how,
our age knows at
I
least
know.
knows.
Yeah.
I've never seen the video myself, but I
Oh,
know what it is.
yeah, exactly. Like she is like, I don't know what that is.
No
And
way.
I'm just like,
No.
that's not true.
Oh.
I refuse to believe
Start
that's not
strangling
true.
her. You know what? Tell me you know what it is.
Yeah, yeah. And I
uh,
couldn't even, it's because she was like, oh, two spoons, one bowl. And then I was like, oh, that
Two
reminds
girls,
me of,
one cup.
yeah.
Do you guys want to say stinker jokes and then wrap it up? Because we
Yeah,
got a
because
couple minutes left.
we got her 1 minute.
Yeah.
So here's my stinker. I once dated a girl who would take crystals to the beach and try to heal people. Every once in a while, I would bring her a BLT for lunch and call her a sandwich.
That's a good one. I like it.
I don't actually think I have a joke. I
A
do have like
stinky?
one more joke that we could kind of work through,
We
or at
don't
least like
have
a
time.
topic one. Yeah, because I don't think I have one. The one I was gonna like one of the other jokes I want to work out is my mom's from Kazakhstan, and when she first came to Canada, she like her and my dad walked into the bank and her telling me about her experience with this, she goes, "Oh, sweetheart, I felt just like Melania."
Yeah, that's funny.
But I'll have to
Um,
figure out some way to turn that into a
Yeah, give it a little bit of a punchline.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess closing remarks. Or
Uh,
do you have a stinky one you
oh
want to
yeah,
say?
I have a
Yeah.
stinky one. But
Okay.
okay. I said this earlier that I found out that millennials are Generation Y, and that makes a lot of sense because I ask myself all the time, why does everybody think that I just like Harry Potter? And why does everyone assume that I'm a Disney adult? And why do I exist?
That's good.
I like that. I
Yeah,
like
that's it. That's
that.
the money.
Oh, money.
Oh,
Okay, back to
I
my joke
can.
about work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my joke about my life. And this is a joke about my
Yeah,
work.
the work-life balance.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
about balance. Anyway, so I work as a dental assistant, which you guys know. And I think that that's kind of good training for getting ready to go on stage and do an open mic because nobody's
Yeah.
excited to see you. No one's ever come to the dental office and sat down and been like, let's get it started in here. No.
That's
Anyway,
good.
yeah,
I like it.
that's that. And okay, and I also have another joke
Hmm.
about dental. This one is hit or miss.
Okay.
So I was working on a patient and when she was getting like the shot, she was super nervous. Like dental anxiety is a thing.
Yeah.
Um and so when she was getting the shot, she was like freaking out, and I was holding her hand and just like telling her to relax and breathe
Hmm.
and just be
Hot.
calm. And then she was holding my hand, and after that, she was like, "Oh my God, I don't think I could have done that without you. You know what? You could be a really good doula." And Angela knows what a doula is because she's a
Yeah.
nurse.
What's a
But
doula?
for those of you, yeah, yeah, dudes don't know who doulas are, but
Yeah.
Is that a midwife?
yeah, basically, but
Yeah.
a little
Okay.
different. I don't know the difference, but Angela
Bit
probably
more.
does. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit more like a holistic approach to things. So
Yeah,
it's just
yeah,
Mm.
like creating the birth plan kind of stuff, like,
yeah,
Ah.
yeah.
doing those sorts of things.
And my thing and my joke about that was I don't know if I how good I'd be at being a doula, but I have seen a lot of crowns.
That's good.
I like
Yeah.
that a lot. I like that a
I think
lot.
you have enough
Maybe
Yeah.
I'm
material to
biased.
go up there,
I
Lex.
know. I
Yeah,
might.
You're
I
gonna be
might. A lot
Vancouver's
of it is
best.
dental jokes. I kind of just want
that's
to
fine.
infiltrate the comedy scene, and then maybe when I do that, I can make jokes about it.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a bit hard right now because I'm sober with a bit so more sober with my stomach. Like
Mhm.
I can't really drink to get drunk because I just almost die, like how I almost died at Christmas Eve. So yeah, I went to the club sober, which was a pretty interesting experience, and I actually like ended up like walking up behind the DJ and pretending to be the DJ, which was pretty sick because it was pretty busy. I actually want to make that a clip and put it on the like I want to put it on the Insta and the
Yeah,
TikTok. But
yeah,
yeah, it's just I need something to entertain me at the clubs now that I have to be
yeah.
conscious and
Becoming a comedian can
yeah.
be that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I did a lot of networking. I just like went up to people and was like, "Is this a punch?" No, I wasn't drunk, so it didn't sound like that, but I was like, I don't know, I was being bubbly and just going up and trying to
As
like
you are, as
get
you are.
people, yeah. Yeah, so I want to infiltrate the comedy scene and I don't know, I
Absolutely.
just so that I can find comedians that can be on
Yeah,
the pod. So
yeah.
that's the game
We were
plan.
just talking. We were like, hey, it would be really cool if like in the respective scenes in the cities we're at, if we can become like the podcast that the comedians want to go on
Mm-hmm.
to get a little exposure. Like say they have
Yeah.
like some dates to promote or something.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be a dream.
But yeah,
And
well,
I want to meet Carrot Top. I mean, I feel like I know him since I've seen his peener,
Carrot Top,
but
if you're listening, we need
Carrot
to see
Top,
that big
yeah,
garden.
Yeah.
yeah. I hope one day I can like tell him. Cause like I always rode hard for Carrot Top. Like people were back when he was like it was cool to hate on him. I was like, I love him. He's so funny. I think that's why I feel like I always have to have a prop, is because he's really
Oh
good with the
yeah,
props.
yeah.
Yeah.
Prop
Yeah.
comedy.
Yeah. I don't know
Lex,
what,
the new hot female prop comedian.
yeah, I can be
Yeah.
the female Carrot Top. Do I have to dye my hair a different color? Oh, I have something for that. Angela, when you were coming to visit, you're coming to visit. What you yeah, I said like maybe you'll come here to move,
Yeah. Well,
but
I mean, like, if we're coming to BC, maybe I'll have to dye my hair blue or something before I come there.
Ben the other day saw graffiti on a train car that said girls with blue hair look like they spend their last $15 on blue hair. And I really like that. When I saw that, I was like, that's on a train car? Like that,
It's just
I will
going
never
around
be that
Canada.
funny. Like
Yeah.
just
Graffiti
yeah,
comedian.
graffitian.
A graffitian.
A
Uh,
graffitian,
Yeah.
yeah.
Comedian.
Maybe I should try to graffiti a train car.
yeah, do that.
That would be cool. I think if the type of listeners we'll get will be the ones willing to go do that for us. So I don't think we
Yeah,
have to
our
do it.
diehard
Yeah.
fans, yeah.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
just try to bring it up every once in a while how we would like
Yeah.
we really appreciate
We'll
it
put
if
a
anyone
reward out. It'll be
listening.
like, hey, if
Yeah.
you could win a $5 Tim Hortons card.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, no, let's do it right now. If you do this for
Submit your
us,
best train car
yeah,
graffiti
train car
and
graffiti
you'll win a
for
$5
Is This Punch
Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons card
Official Is This a Punchline
and
contest.
okay, wait, you'll also get a cameo from me and Josh. A free cameo. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
and we can make it an NFT. One day that'll be an NFT.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I
Oh,
guess
okay.
on that bombshell,
Ooh,
do you wanna call it
yeah,
quits?
yeah.
Thanks for
Yeah.
That
being on the
was
podcast, Angela, our first guest.
yes,
Yeah,
our
this was
first guest.
Congrats
fun.
on your first time on stage.
Woo.
Congrats.
Hope to see you do great works in the future.
Oh, for
Yes.
sure. She
Okay.
and please convince your Twitch people to watch.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
Yeah.
I become a gamer streamer, I'll be promoting the podcast like crazy. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm happy that I could be on here and be your guys' first guest.
All right. Enjoy the
Perfect.
beach.
Okay.
I hope you're not near Bermuda.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Toodaloo.